Apparently I forgot to update the chat box. Please let me do that, computer. Copy, paste that over here. There we go. Hello. Hope everybody's having a good day. And yeah, let's jump right back into the Watcher campaign. This time, hopefully with a few fewer game crashes causing us to lose progress. I want my spear, because I want to go get my karma flower that I remember we lost last time. And it has been quite a bit longer than I would have liked. And it is way off to the left. I should move my mouse. Yep, it was quite a bit further off to the left than I liked. And I don't think the invisibility helps because we have the mud. But there is a thing that wants to eat Slugcats around here somewhere. I just don't remember where. And I guess we're just losing our karma flower. Yeah, that was what I was trying to take the spear for her. But nope. Apparently not. Yeah, apparently we're just gonna die, and I'm pretty sure that means that our karma flower is no longer sitting over there. Yeah, I don't see it on the map anymore, which is somewhat unfortunate. I really do not like those, like, snake worm. I'm not sure if they're snakes or worms, or leeches, or what. But I can't say I particularly like them either way. And then I do want to make sure that we have at least some stuff before we do a warp. Yeah, we gotta keep punching holes through reality and eventually maybe find something. It does look like I've fixed the mouth successfully. I mean, as far as ways of getting my karma flower back, spawning next to a field of karma flowers is probably one of the better ways. Assuming any of them are actually grabbable, which it looks like might not actually be the case. Thank you, game. That's not actually going to let me grab any of my karma flowers. I'm also not 100% sure which area we wound up in. I'm not entirely sure which area we've wound up in at this point. Okay, I do want to eat the bat flies, though, because it does give me food. I have no idea what happened to my spear. And it's an area full of worm grass. Why would it not be an area full of worm grass? That would make our lives significantly too easy. I do not like how many lizards there are. And I think we're gonna get eaten by the worm grass, regardless of anything else. Yeah, because we gotta find all the warp portals that we had before, and If I keep getting nommed on by the worm grass, that's not gonna go very well. Luckily I don't need a karma flower to do the warps anymore. Hey noob, welcome to the stream. Yeah, luckily I don't need the karma flowers to actually do a warp at this point. Actually, I'm gonna try to keep just the spear in my hand, though I'm pretty sure the rock's gonna come through the warp with me anyways. I think if I keep warping from the same room, it'll keep bringing me to the same area. I think if I warp from a different room, I wind up in a different area. This is Rain World. I definitely played Rain World on stream before. quite a lot of times. Okay, I still want to eat the bat flies, the little creatures that are flying around. Will this one get tired and fall? Not onto me. That's a shame. Because they make for a very good food source. They're not the most difficult things in the world to catch. Yeah, they're not the most difficult creatures in the world to catch. So that does help. Especially compared to, like, lizards. But yeah, the fact that I've lost my ability to, like, actually properly go completely invisible, just due to the fact that I am about to run out of invisibility there. And I am right next to a lizard. And the fact that I've lost my ability to, like, go completely invisible is not great. Okay, we at least cleared that room. Okay, where am I actually trying to go? I see a shelter off to the right. I do at least kind of like that. I do at least kind of like having a shelter off to the right. Because then we're at least in this area. If I can figure out how to get over to said shelter. At least. Okay, that I think works. I don't remember which area this is. Yeah. This is about my normal stream time, but sometimes people don't filter until later. Just because it's a weird time of day for a lot of people. Okay. I do like the shelter. I do definitely like the shelter. It's very nice to have a shelter. Especially given I had full food pips from the bat flies. Okay, I need to figure out where the exit of the area is. Because I don't think I've been out of all the exits in this area yet. Apparently we're getting progress towards achievement. Yeah, all the exits towards this area are not marked as yellow. Or orange, or whatever color that is. So any of the 3 exits will work. Because we're trying to turn all the purple lines into the, like, orangish dotted lines. By just traveling through them. And I think... I'm just trying to remember where things are in this area. Was there an exit down here? Yeah, I just don't remember, because there's just so many exits around the area. Or was there one up there to the top right that I could take? That is a long ways over. That is a really long ways over. I think if I go through here, go left, then up, that might be the best exit to get to. It's not too far. It's not too far of an exit. I can't. There we go. I don't like that. I could see that rot creature running around, and can't say I'm a particularly large fan of rot creatures. That map, that part of the map on that screen is quite 3D, which is highly disorienting. That was not at all what I intended to do. Fling myself like all the way down by accident. I'm not even sure what I hit there. Oh, that's okay. Apparently, we might just be falling into the bottomless void. Yeah, I think we're just falling into the bottomless void there. We are a Slugcat, so kind of a slug. Kind of a slug, but also kind of a cat. Okay, let's try that with slightly less falling into the bottomless death void. Gotta feed the gotta feed the ground lizards. Gotta always make sure you remember to feed friendly lizards. They definitely want to eat us. Okay, through here. Yeah, I just don't remember which area I'm actually in. Ah, yeah, lizards. Let's just go invisible so that the lizard can't see me. And then hope that the frozen rot lizard is not actively problematic. The rot lizards at least can't grab me anymore. That doesn't exactly make them easy to work with, though. I heard about a game called Sludge Life. I don't think I have before. That is still a rot lizard. And the lizard part of it can still grab me, even if the rot part of it can't. I think I ignore the food, as unfortunate as that is. Just because there appears to be some slight danger in that area. Granted, this is still Rain World, so slight danger is kind of the name of the game. Yeah, when the dreams you get when you have a fever, kind of. That's definitely very Rain World. I don't like being chased by lizards. Especially given it saw me go through the pipe. Normally they'd chase me in here. It's certainly a interesting game. It's pretty unforgiving at times. Yeah, that's part of what makes it fun. Okay, I think the lizards are not the smartest. I know the lizards are not the smartest things ever. I'm at the shelter, but I skipped the food. Pretty sure I've died in that shelter before. I'm pretty sure... Oh, you were talking about Sludge Life. Probably also true. There's a lot of games that are kind of like that. Yep. Ran out of my invisibility, got stunned as a result. I should make sure I have spears and rocks. Okay. Yeah, make sure I got my spears and my rocks, because I am being chased by a lizard now. Go invisible, let the lizard, do lizard things. Yeah, I want that bit of food. Because that berry is edible. And we are in an area full of lizards. And I'm about to run out of invisibility again. I'd like to not run out of invisibility, and I'd like to go back to the shelter over here. The question is just, will the game let me do that? Because the lizards are going to nom on me if I give them even a tiny bit of a chance. Because, yeah, we just have normal invisibility and not full invisibility. I would have expected the entrance to the right to be the one that gets closed off and not the one to the top that I can't actually go through. we got our karma flower back at least. Because I really want to get this little meter back up to full. And be back at maximum ripple. I'm going to keep calling it karma by accident as ripple. It's karma for like every other part of the game. But for us, it's ripple. As this particular Slugcat. Okay, because then I can go... Oh gosh, which way was it? I need to go right and then up. Gotcha. Of course there's a lizard. What did it take damage from? Us, apparent. I mean, we're definitely taking damage. Yeah, the little controller model. Yeah, I mean, shows what I'm doing with my controller. As I get eaten by lizards. We're not technically dead yet. Yeah, we're not technically dead yet. We're just mostly dead. Because sometimes the lizard is going to be silly and drop me, but I think it's going to get back to its den first. Yeah, sometimes the lizards are silly and drop you, and then you can escape, but sometimes not. I only want my spear because I'm going to want to go invisible and see if I can grab the karma flower again. The scavs are probably not my friends. They usually try to attack me. But, which I suppose is fair, given I've gone on a slight rampage against them several times on this campaign so far. Is that an exit I can take? Negative. That is a lizard I can spear, though. Yes, because I can fight back. I can fight back against lizards. that does help when I actually can get the spear throw off. Because I can't always get the spear throw off on the lizards, but I can sometimes, and that's good enough. Let's not get nommed on by this lizard again. Have the lizard completely miss me because I'm mostly invisible. The problem is that there's that white lizard kind of right where I need to go. I don't think any of these are pole plants, at least. Because I noticed when the lizard was dragging me around that there was food over here. Yeah, that lizard is not in a particularly useful spot. Okay, there we go. So sometimes the lizards just hang out in the least convenient imaginable places. Like right where I need to go. Let's also not fall in the worm grass. because Rain World, where even the grass wants to eat you. And yeah, just going through these warps is kind of what I need to be doing right now. Because I need that to happen to every single warp point in the entire game. And that is one more warp point down. Please open up the map game. I have a vague recollection of there being a very scary red lizard around here somewhere. Yep. My recollection appears to be correct, given I saw the red lizard flash on that pipe. Yeah, I saw the red lizard flash on the pipe to the left. Which makes me concerned, because that's the one type of lizard that actually scares me. I should go invisible. I'm not entirely sure. I think they're trying to eat the cyan lizard down there. Probably for daring to exist on the same screen as as they're like little grub children. Where is the shelter? Because I know there's a shelter in this area somewhere. But this area is a giant maze. Successfully installed some stuff on your Arch system. Arch Linux is a little bit annoying to install stuff on at times. I used it a bit in school. But yeah, let's see. Because this is also very much a rotted area. Hi, Scav. Are you hostile to me, or are you going to run away? Potentially both at the same time. Okay, I think if I go left, down, left, I will get to the shelter, but I don't have enough food currently to use it. But there is food on this screen that I can grab. Yeah, there is a little bit of food on this screen. Because I need to go down again? I don't think the Rot Rattler can grab me at this point. Yeah, I don't think it can quite grab me. Because I'm like 95% sure I'm immune to being grabbed by Rot at this point. Granted, that's a thing that's going to take me a little bit of getting used to still, because most of the Slugcats are not immune to being grabbed by Rot at any point. And we are... There's a lot of it. Okay. Because, yeah, if I could get that little meter... If I can get a little meter on this shelter screen back up to maximum, that'll be very nice, because then I can actually go into Ripple Space again. Instead of just going invisible. Because Ripple Space is quite a nice feature. Right, the map does not like to fill in while I'm, like, half falling off of a platform. Where is an exit? I think that exit's probably the one I want to go towards. So it looks like that's just go to the right as far as possible, and then go up. I can do that. I can just run to the side and then go up. Probably. There are a lot of things in this map that probably think Slugcat looks like a good meal. Including Lizard Friend, who is lizard but not actually friend. and is slightly in pain due to the rot, it seems like. Oh, we have gilded scavs. I see their little golden ping. Because I need to break through their scav toll here without them getting angry enough to try to murder me. Because they like to do that. And the ones that are like the golden color have like a sort of radar system that lets them sneak past me. Or lets them not sneak past me. Lets me not sneak past them because they can kind of see me. Okay. There is a lot of rot. It's almost like I rotted this area. There's a drop wig right there. I'm can't say I'm a fan. Yeah, I can't say I'm a fan of the drop wig. The giant roach-like creature. If I stay in this room long enough, the rot will go away. Because I can, with quite a bit of effort, purify the rot. And that does... Actually, it doesn't really come in that useful for me at this point. It doesn't actually come in as useful as I hope. Though the rot lizards are still absolutely terrifying. Yeah, the rot lizards are still one of the most terrifying things I think I've ever seen in this game. Was this warp already closed? The warp I was going to is already closed, which means it's not actually useful. I guess Warner was still purple on the map when I was down at the bottom. Oh, that's a... There is another warp, but that means I went the wrong way. That means I went, like, completely the wrong way there. Let me try to get back down without dying, so that I can keep my karma flower. Yeah, that is a drop wig. I don't like them. They are very scary. Also, because like half of this game is filled with ambush predators. That does make things slightly more terrifying. Given we are kind of also not very far up the food chain. That is a Moth of Doom. Okay. Yeah, the scavs... I have a sneaking suspicion I'm not making it past the scav toll alive. Yeah, because the scavs, they know I'm here. Because that one has the invisibility. Or has the, like, radar to see through my invisibility. Really? And I'm pretty sure that's scav toll? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is a scav toll. Hi, scav. I see him poking his head out. Yeah, I see the scav poking his head out. Okay, so the other warp that, in theory, is one that I actually still need to go to. No, I want the egg bug. I want to spear the egg bug. Because this thing counts as a pretty good amount of food if I can actually hit it with my spear. There we go. Yeah, egg bugs are a little bit hard to spear sometimes because they try to jump out of the way. But they give me 6 food pips. Which is always super nice. Always super nice to get a bunch of extra food. And since I'm at the food, I might as well use the shelter. Reset the cycle length, given I went up to the wrong warp exit. And then also get me one more ripple back towards the maximum. None of which, or only one of which I actually lost due to dying to things. But the rest of which I lost due to the game repeatedly crashing on me. Okay, we're back up to... I think the maximum ripple was 9. So that means we're back up to 8. I think it was 9. The max karma is normally 10. Okay, so I need to go up, right. Yeah, I need to sneak over to that exit. So I need to go up and then right. This is like a giant maze. Super twisty, turny, confusing. Which is fun. Yeah, then I need to start taking the right exits. I'm pretty sure. Because that one I think leads me... And then I need to get to that room. I need to go right and up, I think. And I'm going to get stuck in this room because it doesn't actually let me go or make it through. Ooh, there is slime mold over here, though. I will take basically any food sources I can find in this game. Having done the quest in this game that's basically all about learning what all the foods are does help, because it's a lot of food, and the more foods you have access to, the better off you are. Okay, this one's actually purple still, yeah. Because I have just about 8 billion of these warps I have to go through. Which, we're getting there. Where did I get spat out this time? And then where is the closest shelter? I legitimately don't know where the closest shelter is. So hopefully I don't die to stuff. It feels like there's probably a shelter up left and not like all the way around. I should not get nommed on by the lizard. The lizards are not the smartest creatures in Rain World. Okay, I do want my spear, though. I think if I go like that, I can sneak up. Can I get all the way up here? Yes, I can. That's not actually a useful area. Or a useful tunnel. Okay, I think I do actually have to just go all the way around. Yeah, the lizard is not the most intelligent creature. I do still need to get past it, though. and or just catch the wind and get flung clear into the void. That also works. Oh, but then I don't have my karma reinforcement. That makes me sad. Because, yeah, if I have the little extra ring around my ripple level and I die, it doesn't go down, but otherwise it will. Please leave me alone, Scav. I'm not here to attack you right now. The Scav doesn't care, most likely. That they just want to attack me regardless of what I'm doing. But just the lack of the karma or the karma flower reinforcement makes me not want to die. Because I really want to get back up to max ripple. That would be very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Oh, I guess I got three slime mold this time instead of 2. That does help. Yeah, it also doesn't count me as having closed this warp yet, because I didn't make it to a shelter. We'll get there. We will get there for sure. Then just need to not get flung into Death Void. Did I just pull a scav through the warp with me? What did I just pull through the warp with me? Okay, let's not have that happen again. I was trying to grab the karma flower, but apparently the wind on that screen is not friendly to me. And apparently we're just never getting back up to maximum ripple. Just because the game keeps deciding to... Actually, that wasn't even the game's fault, that was my fault. I keep deciding to do things that cause me to get slightly melted by just the environment. It's not even that hard of... Shouldn't even be that hard of a room to get through. Like, it really shouldn't be. Because the room is... Yeah, the room's... like, super short. Doesn't even have any enemies in it. And I'm still somehow managing to repeatedly die in it. I guess that is kind of just how Rain World goes sometimes. Is where you just never quite are fully in control. At least it's a fast warp to get back to. Because I need to get to the shelter so I can do anything. If I get flung again... Yeah, if I get flung again, I'm just going to warp from this first room, I think. Because that would at least give me a better set of odds. Yeah, this area is slightly hostile towards surviving. But then I don't like that exit either. Yeah, I just don't like... Apparently I just don't like the exits from this area. Can I get up here without using my spear? I can. Yeah, I really just don't like any of my options to get out of this area. So I think I'm just gonna do a stable warp. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do a stable warp and hope it puts me somewhere useful. Because who knows sometimes. Is one of those grabbable? One of those karma flowers is grabbable. Doesn't mean I'm necessarily in a safe spot. After the going through the warp. That was not a safe spot to warp to. I got a karma flower that time. Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be death cycling a lot, trying to get through some of these sections. Which, none of them should be that difficult, but... Well, this is Rain World. This is definitely Rain World, and... not that difficult is not the name of the game. Rain World is the game of Everything is slightly very hostile. Okay, go through here. I want to make sure I eat the slime mold again. I want to make sure I eat the slime mold again. All 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Because then I can sneak back up this way, and we'll get there. We will definitely get there. It is very useful. Yeah, then I have to go back through this warp again. The warp effect is so trippy sometimes. Make sure I pick up my spear again. Because I don't think the moth really cares about me existing. Yeah, I don't think the moth really cares about me existing. Because I don't think it has any of its, like, little kids on this screen. The little moth larva things. But this is still not a exactly safe room to spawn into. So let me just rapidly exit. Where are we in the area? There is a shelter. Down and then to the right. If I can get to the shelter, that will make me very happy. Because we have more karma. We have, or not karma. We have more ripple. We have a karma flower. That's a good combo to be in. I think that'll only put me back up to 8 again, because I think I went down from 8 to 7 to the wind room. I think. That should be fine, though. That is at least still putting us back into the correct direction. Okay, where are my exits? That one's not too difficult to get to, but I suspect that one's not closable. Because it's leading to, like, the outer rim area. But it looks like if I just keep running to the right, there is a warp over that way that I can take. Yeah, I think my plan is to just run off to the right. Up, drop wig. I still don't like the drop wigs. That they are still extremely free. I'm gonna say they look nice in egg bug, but we just got drop wigged, we almost got drop wigged instead. I don't trust those poles. Aren't potentially slightly a mimic. Okay, I don't have a spear anymore. Yeah, I want the spear. Hopefully the Newt's not angry at me. Doesn't seem to be. I'm thinking I may want to run back. I think that's an actual pole. Yeah, I'm thinking I may want to run back to the shelter. Can I go invisible so the scavs don't spear me, please? Yeah, I think I might want to run back to the shelter, because then I actually am back up to the full 9 ripple after the crash fest we had last Rain World stream. And being at 9 ripple means I enter ripple space instead of going invisible, and I like that. I have much better survivability or survival odds in ripple space. Because that basically phases me completely out of reality instead of just making me invisible. Because lizards get very happy when they can munch on an invisible slug cat for dinner. But if there's not even a slug cat for them to munch on, bonus. Because yeah, please let me actually go into Ripple space. There we go. This is just so much easier for me to get around. Because yeah, that is so much nicer. Oh, I need to like actually do a little bit of a platforming challenge there. Let's go uninvisible. I don't think there's anything actively hostile in this room. Yeah, I don't think there's anything actively hostile in the room. You can kind of see a little bit of the lights on creatures' faces, or light where creatures are. And that does give me an indicator of if stuff's safe. or less safe. Please be a small centipede. It is a small centipede. The small ones give me 2 food. Yeah, the small centipede's kind of just a double food source. I'm just hoping that that doesn't get, like, closed before I get over there. By some creature or another. Those are slightly more terrifying centipedes. Granted, they normally don't bother you. Yeah, the flying centipedes normally aren't going to bother you. Keyword there being normally. Okay, I need to stay moving in Ripple space because some of those creatures do think I make a good food source. I've started seeing these like jellyfish type things. I'm not sure what they actually are. But I started seeing quite a few of them around. Oh, there's a shelter over here. I didn't even realize that. Can I make it up to that shelter? Alive. Let me nom on... Yeah, let me nom on the centipede to max out my food. Yeah, max out my food pips. Because then I can kind of just walk up here. Because I always like the shelters. Because they're just very helpful when I inevitably do something silly and fling myself into a bottomless void. For the, like, 90th time. I really do wonder what my statistics screen is going to look like after the Watcher campaign. Because there are a lot of things going on here. And it has been... It's also quite a long campaign compared to the others. I think this might be the longest I spent on a single Slugcats campaign. Basically ever. So I do wonder how chaotic the statistics screen is going to look. I don't see any food sources just hanging out here. Slightly unfortunate. Just slightly. I suppose I could eat that rot corn plant right there. But I can also just go through the warp and hope there's a food source on this side of it. Is it sending me back to cold storage again? I feel like it did. Yeah, it feels like it just sent me back to cold storage. I don't want to go back to cold storage. Yeah, I don't want to come back to this area. I want to go to a different area. Let me get out of Ripple space when I'm not needing to be actively in Ripple space. Because I can't grab anything in that area. Or when I'm, like, rippled out of the reality like that. large room. This is a really large room. I think I want to go down and around. I like try to read where these pipes are going so I can get up to this exit and confirm that I got sent to a not super useful area again. A blast deck. Is there a useful-ish warp exit point anywhere near me? There's one up top. Yeah, I think I could go up. And I think if I keep going up, then we make it out of here. Hopefully alive. Slightly less alive. This is why I like having ripple space. Not that it's gonna have this lizard drop me. I don't think. Yeah, that's not the most fortunate spot ever. Unless the warp saves me, perhaps? Because we're not technically dead yet. We do have lizard wheel, but... Because sometimes blue lizards just... I only ever see the blue lizards just start to spin like that. Because yes, sometimes they will drop me. Sometimes they will not. But yeah, I'm hoping that the lizard doesn't see the warp and goes that direction instead of down. It's going down. Yeah, if the lizard got close enough to the warp would have grabbed us. This lizard really went on a journey. Because, like, I can tell that the lizard just, like... You can see generally that the lizards are only, like, 1 or 2 screens away from their den where they're trying to take you back to. But sometimes they just, like, wander, like, clear across the map for no apparent reason. Other than, I don't know, they felt like it. Yeah, I want to get back to where the lizard grabbed me, because that's where my karma flower is going to be hanging out. And that would be nice to pick up again. Because that is the thing that keeps me from losing all my karma every time or my ripple every time I die. But of course there are quite a few things between me and there. Namely various forms of other lizards, potentially. I don't trust... I kind of want those karma flowers, but I don't trust myself to make it over there. Because all the rotted rooms spawn karma flowers. But that is the one we had. Okay, why do my eyes go purple when I have the, like, 1 level of karma reinforcement? I just noticed that. Was it up and then right? Yeah, it was up and then right. If I can actually... What am I stuck on? There's like something that was like some bit of like level geometry I got like slightly hung up on there. Okay, because I do think I can hover my way up here. eat another rot berry. I don't know if I trust this room to not try to fling me into the void. I don't know if I trust this room to not fling me into the void. Because some of these rooms really like to do that. Okay, I think that is a close enough point to the warp for it to activate. What did I die to? I'm legitimately not sure what I died to right there. Oh, it was one of the swimmer things from Ripple Space. But I thought I got out of Ripple Space in time. Weird. Very weird. Yeah, I normally don't have issues with that. Yeah, that is, I think, the second time I've gotten caught by them this playthrough. So it's not entirely out of the question. It's not entirely out of the question, at least. Okay, we'll go up here. Yeah, we will get there. That doesn't mean my karma flower's in a really awkward to get to spot, though. Which I'm less of a fan of. Okay. I do want to make sure I eat the rot berries, though. Because food is usually like the single most valuable thing in this game. Sneak up here. I don't think I have a good way to get to those karma flowers up top. And I don't think there's a good spot off to the right where I know I can easily grab one either. Okay, use the fact that I have a tiny little bit of hover to get places. The fact that I don't lose the hover, regardless of how low my stuff gets, is nice. Because the hover is so useful for just getting around. Yeah, there's like some bit of level geometry right there that blocks you from climbing straight up the pole. That's not super obvious. Okay, use the hover. Come up here, use the hover again. Then get up here. There we go. Nom nom nom. Nom 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 on the rot fruit. Okay, I do not want to stay in Ripple Space. Because those things will try to munch on me. Oh, because it really wants me to come at this from... It really wants me to come at this warp from the right side, doesn't it? Though I am pretty sure... I was about to say, I am pretty sure I can clear that gap. Yeah, I am pretty sure I can clear that gap. Oh, this is not a safe area to be in. Okay. Yeah, especially falling all the way down, this is rather dangerous. This is a rather dangerous spot. Because that white liquid down there will not let me survive. And that would be unfortunate. Why am I following where the lizard took me? I know there's a lizard over here. And I suppose if I head into Ripple Space... Yeah, let's not get nommed on. Yeah, the blue lizards are not the smartest creatures ever. Yeah, if I keep moving, then the worm thing doesn't grab me. And I can sneak past the lizard, who's somewhere in this room, and make it down somewhere. I don't like spending time, or too much time in Ripple Space, though. Oh, but then we're in, like, the flooded part of Blast Deck. I'm just gonna stable warp out of here. Super easy for me to stable warp, to just get out of weird spots. Though, now I have no idea where I wound up this time. Yeah, what area did I wind up in now? Turbulent Pump. This area is, I think I need to check the world map. I think is what I need to do. I'm slightly lost. And by slightly lost, I mean very lost. Yeah. So sometimes slightly, very, completely lost. But I have enough food to use the shelter so I can check the world map, and that does help. That does certainly help. Okay, so we are in Turbulent Pump. I could take Turbulent Pump to Heat Ducts if I can remember where the exit to Heat Ducts actually is. Oh, VTube Studio just crashed on me. Why did it do that? I legitimately don't know why it crashes on me like that. It's like, it's easy for me to get it back, at least, but yeah, I was about to note that they added the map back, or they added the ability to see the warps to the screen map, and I very much like that. Oh, but then I have to reconnect. It, like, disconnected all the software. Because that is an exit point that I could use off to the right. They add all of them? They did. Oh, that is nice. And then there's the ones up along the top. I think I may go off to the right. Oh, that one's already marked as gold colored, though. So I do need to take the one to the red area, which is the warp up there, which is somewhere. Somewhere. It's like right, and then like up, and then like left. I'm definitely getting lost on the way over there. What's the danger meter? Is it Leviathan friend, or is it... It's Leviathan friend. Yeah, the giant Leviathan right there. They're actually pretty friendly. Okay, apparently I never hit that sandbox unlock. Apparently there's a lot of rot creatures in this area now. I spent a bit too long mentally processing what was happening on the screen. I spent just a little bit too long mentally processing some of those. Or some of that. Can I please get the food? Yes, I can. Okay, let's not drown. Yeah, let's not drown our poor Slugcat. Because, yeah, now I need to, like, go up. And then, like, left through that? I don't like that. Because I don't have any bubbleweed. Yeah, I don't have any bubbleweed, which extends your breath timer. Which makes me slightly concerned for my ability to actually pull off what I need to do here. And make it to the surface. Okay, we didn't drown. we did come very close, though. Oh, because then I need to go... I need to take the upper exit out of this room. And not that exit. So I need to go up here. I'm trying to navigate somewhat correctly. I don't like this room. It is full of rot lizards, apparently. And I still don't have a bubbleweed. Which means that there is a high likelihood I'm not gonna survive this next section. What am I stuck on? I'm like getting stuck on stuff in the worst possible point. Because it's like I'm getting stuck on stuff while I'm actively drowning in the water. Okay, that is a very solid looking wall, though. Because we're trying to make it to the left side. Is that just going to drop me in like the weirdest spot imaginable? Yeah. If I take this, does that take me anywhere useful? Or at least we're getting towards the warp. Where even is the warp on the map again? I could go up left and then back down? I think I have to take this path. Yeah, I think I have to take this path to get out of here. Though I'm not sure where I'm trying to actually get to. At least not entirely. I don't like leeches. I'm going to ripple space solely so I don't have to deal with leeches right there. Because I would rather be stuck in ripple space than leech space. Because the leeches are so frustrating in this game. Yeah, I think I then need to like loop back to the left. No, that just takes me back in a giant circle back to where I was. This isn't helping at all. This is going to take me right back to where I just was, just from a slightly different entrance. And that does not help. I'd grab this food at least, I suppose. Those are a good food source if there's not any worm grass, which I don't think there's any worm grass in this area. Oh, but then I need to come over here. And we're about halfway through the cycle time as well. Which gives me a minor amount of concern. That is a lot of rot lizards. They're gonna say, hey, maybe I can, you know, do something clever and like throw a spear at some lizard on this screen. But nope, there's just immediately just rot lizards. Let's not die to those things in Ripple Space, please, game. Please let me out of Ripple Space. Okay. Because I need to... Oh, I'm just not being smart. Wait, then how do I get there? I'm like trying to follow these pipes and stuff to figure out how to get left further. It's like I need to be down there. If I go through here, is that a solid wall at any dangerous point? Doesn't look like it. That is not where I needed to go. Because I need to like take that short, or I need to like grab the ceiling in that section in the middle. Seems to be how to get out of here. Which seems to be how to get through this room. I'm pretty sure I've had to solve this room once before. And it was just like really frustrating last time also. Because it's like I need to not go through there. I don't think that lizard's actually alive. It's just like I can't swim very well. Yeah, this Slugcat's not the best swimmer in the world. So I just gotta make it. Yeah, I like need to just barely make it through that. I'm so gonna die just due to slightly janky swim mechanics. Yeah, I almost had it. Almost had it. Yeah, that lizard is, I'm pretty sure, just rot at this point. Because, yeah, I don't see any other way through. Yeah, like, I legitimately don't see another way through that area. Or through this area. And I'm gonna run out of cycle time. Okay, can I please make it up? There we go. Yeah, like, I'm gonna run out of cycle time at this point. Because we have, like, a quarter cycle. And I don't know where the next shelter I'm gonna run into is. That makes me concerned. That means I can't, like, carefully take my time at any point here. I just gotta, like, send it. To just go, like, full speed ahead. Little speed ahead maybe works. Not that is very, very tight timing on that tunnel. Because if I can make it to the warp point, I think that resets the cycle timer. But so would the shelter up here. Yeah, definitely gonna take the shelter at this point. Given, I suppose that's like 2.5 minutes, like two-ish minutes. I think each of those circles is like 30 seconds, give or take. So that's like 2-ish minutes of time that I had left in the cycle. It's not as many as I would have liked. And it's definitely not as many or as much cycle time as I would have liked to see. But we did make it over to where the warp is. That is nice. So then we're going to come from turbulent pump to heat ducts, which we're going to get spat out somewhere. I think something might have gone slightly silly with the map, given Rain World released an update at some point in the interim. And I think it may have caused the map to slightly freak out. There is a lot of food over here, though. I think I'm happy with the just sheer volume of food in this section. Because it means I can keep my food meter, like, actually completely full. Which is always nice. I did not need to do ripple space there. I just needed to do a little bit of a hover. There we go. Ripple space is terrifying. Yeah, I mean, everything in Rain World is slightly terrifying. It's not technically a horror game, but it sometimes kind of acts like one to me. Okay, do I go left or right? I'm not sure. But we're definitely sealing up the warp points. Ah. Right. We're in this area. Is this shelter safe? Because this is a shelter that had like a 50-50 shot of just randomly having me die last time. Can I rest the noodle fly? And noodle fly came very close to spearing me right there. Which was, that would have been slightly unfortunate. Yeah, this shelter has like a 50-50 rate, or last time I was in this one had like a 50-50 rate of me just dying instantly at the start of the cycle. Okay, heat ducts to Stormy Coast is still an open warp. Because yeah, I'm trying to... We are getting the purple lines taken care of. But there are still a lot of them. Will it show me the Stormy Coast warp location on my map? Is that the one off to the right? It is. It is the one off to the right. There's also one down there. Is that an area that's... Yeah, is that a area that I've already closed off the warp to? Because I only see the one. It looks like it probably is. Okay, so yeah, I gotta go to the right. I am so losing all my ripple again. I'm like so gonna lose all my ripple doing this. Okay, let's not get steam. Let's not become a steam-baked Slugcat. That would be highly unfortunate. Yeah, that would be highly unfortunate. Though this area is also not exactly safe. And we have a high likelihood of becoming an electrically baked Slugcat. Yeah, because that seems to be what this area is just a Slugcat fryer. Do I remember the pathway through here? I don't think so. I don't think I do. But I seem to remember it was also like very much like single directional. Because I need to get to the left side of this area, which means I had to go like around to the right and then up and then down again. I don't think that thing wants to attack me. Though also, I could probably sneak through here using my hovering abilities. Yeah, I think if I jump over here and then go into ripple space, I can make it over and shortcut a lot of this area. Yeah, I'm trying to not die to the large quantity of electrically conductive floors in this room. Okay, we need to then go to the right. That is slightly terrifying platforming. I don't like being stuck there. Yeah, there's just lots of goofy bits of platforming in this area. I'm honestly surprised I survived that one. Yeah, that's one of the areas. I'm honestly surprised I survived that area. I think if I go... I'm trying to, like, remember the correct sequence through this room. Yeah, I think that this is a safe point. And I think if I go right and left, I make it through. So many like little puzzles and whatnot just around. Oh, I stood on not safe ground. That was almost very unfortunate. Yeah, the not safe ground is, well, exactly as the name says, not safe. Okay, wait for the electricity to die down. Because I do not want to get zappified. Yeah, I don't want to get zappified trying to just get through this area. It's always deeply unfortunate when that happens. We are making pretty good progress, I think, though. Because we're basically just doing a second lap around the game world. Second lap around the map. Let's not get fried. Because we're almost to the exit. Yeah, we're almost to the warp exit. The exit warp point here. And I really like that. This area is a little bit tricky to get through. just a little. Please fit me out somewhere near a shelter. Because I do not like being outside in Stormy Coast. Okay, I'm going to ripple space myself for a moment, because that is a lot of scavs. Yeah, Stormy Coast likes to zap me with electricity. Oh, I needed to go right, not left. I knew there was a shelter pretty close to this warp point because I've come through here before. I just want to not get electricked and just zapped to death. That would be highly, highly unfortunate. Okay. And then sleep in the shelter before the game decides to pull something on me. And then I can figure out my next, or my plan for the next warp I want to take. I also think I unintentionally fixed the eye tracking for being able to wink at stuff. Okay, looks like we want to go to the Signal Spires warp. Yeah, I think that the dashed lines are the ones that I don't need to deal with. Like the dashed purple lines, I just need to deal with the solid purple lines. I think. Where is the warp to Signal Spires from this area? That is not there. Okay, that is a ways away. And by ways away, I mean that is like clear on the other side of the area. So I think I just start running left, hit that shelter, and then go up. I think that's my plan. I think that's or at least that's the best plan I can think of at the current junction. I like this plan. Because there's food here. Yeah, there's food here, which means I should be able to pull this off. Whether or not I get lightninged on the way over is a different question. Yeah, the lightning question's a different question. Okay, because it's not this entrance, I don't think. Why is like nothing showing on the map screen for me at this point? Okay, apparently that's a spot I can fall all the way down. Yeah, I want to not get electric zapped on the way through this room. I seem to remember this room being best handled by going up to the top, though it's been quite a few hours since I last came through this area. Okay. Because yeah, I seem to remember this being the pathway to take. It's like very, very, it's like I'm working entirely off of very vague recollections. I think I want to grab a spear. Okay, then I can go left, down, left. Yeah, left, down, left, I think is the play. Ripple space is the play. Yeah, Gotta love having the, or enough ripple to do this. Because left, down. Then I can go left. I think I probably actually have enough ripple to just stay in ripple space? Question mark? I think I might have enough ripple to just stay in ripple space. All the way to the shelter. Which would be quite nice. Oh, I can drown in ripple space still. Let's not get munched on by void wormies. I think if I go through here, I should be able to see the shelter. Yes, I can. Because it's just a lot of navigation. That's really what the game seems to have turned into at this point is, did you pay attention to how to get around the game world on your first trip through? Because, yeah, signal spires, and then I'm going to probably stable warp from signal spires, because I didn't see any other solid lines coming out of that area. Yeah, I didn't see any other solid lines coming out of signal spires, so I think I'm going to... Because, yeah, it was just the one to Stormy Coast, and then the one to Outer Rim, which I don't think is closable. So I can get there, and then I can stable warp. Yeah. I don't like the fact that there's a highly explosive scav in my shelter. I mean, I suppose we're friends now. I suppose we're friends now that we use the same shelter. I don't think that's actually how that works. I've had hostile lizards in my shelter more than once. Okay, I think this is the correct way to go. Yeah, Signal Spires is just a really long ways from, like, anything. It was a very pretty area before I kind of fully corrupted it. Where did the rot lizard go? I'm not actually 100% certain. Please don't spawn me inside of a rot lizard. Okay. There are a lot of lizards in this game. Okay, I can go through here. Because I need to, like, jump across this. Without falling into the bottomless death voids. Yeah, don't fall into bottomless pits. Falling into bottomless pits is slightly suboptimal. And then I need to go up. Can I please avoid getting eaten by the ripple space worms? I think what the achievement I remember getting when I got eaten by them the first time, that they're like trying to like nom on like my brain or something. Something silly like that. Okay, because I want to get all the way up here. And then let's not get electric zapped. Yeah, I think we made it through without getting electric zapped. Which is going to spit me out somewhere in Signal Spires. And I'm just gonna start moving. Because this is not a safe spot to be. Yes, Signal Spires is not a safe place. There's also, I don't think, anything for me to do there. That is not. I did not mean to. I did not want to ripple space. I wanted to stable warp. It means I need to be on solid ground. Then I can punch a hole through space time. They're just poking holes in reality. Hopefully that takes me somewhere useful. Spear. Give me the spear. Hi, lizard friend. You want to totally take the egg bug and not me, right? Oh, but then has a shelter literally, or a lizard shelter literally right there. I'm trying to not get eaten by the lizards because I want to eat the egg bugs. So I can have enough food to use a shelter somewhere, presumably. I don't recognize this area, though. I think this is one of the areas that I didn't really ever actually visit. Like, I had, like, just like, very quickly poked my head into at one point. Because there were a couple of areas that matched that description. Yeah, there were a couple of areas that matched the description of I never really explored the area. And I just kind of like poked my head in for like 3 seconds to infect it with rot. And I think wherever I am is one of those. Because I have zero recollection of ever being here. Yeah, like, actually I have less than zero recollection. This kind of reminds me of Industrial, though. Just a bit. Not entirely the same, but it's similar-ish vibes. Yeah, similar-ish vibes to Industrial. I mean, there's a shelter. At least let me answer the question of where am I and what am I trying to do here? Because I have no recollection of ever coming to this area before now. Which, I mean, there's a lot of areas in the main world. To be fair. Okay. We're not doing half bad right now, at least. I wonder if that green lizard was tamed. I don't think it was. Desolate Tract has... Are there any solid lines coming out of Desolate Tract? That appears to be a negative. Which means I get to stable warp somewhere. Yeah, that appears to not be... But this appears to be an area that I also don't need to spend time in because all the warps appear to be closed already. So let's just poke a hole in reality again. Because these don't show up, or these don't open up new paths anymore that I have to go through and close. Where did it spit me out this time? I have zero clue where I am now either. It's basically the entire name of the game at this point is, where did I get spat out of the game world? Or where did I get spat out of my warp? Who knows? Who knows? Why is there a danger meter reading? Oh, is it the leeches? Or are we getting leeched? I will also use this shelter because it's here. It's here to let me check where I am / what I need to do next. And that That's always a good idea, I think. Yeah, it's always a good idea to check where I am and where I need to go and have a little bit of a plan. We are in torrential railways. This does have a solid line connection to Pillar Grove still. So I can definitely find that warp and close it. I just need to remember where it is in the area. Was this one like the one that was like way off the right side? Was that the Pillar Grove warp? Yeah, okay. That is a long ways away. I need to go like up, right. Actually, I need to make it into this room. So I just need to go like, no, right. Hit that shelter there potentially, then go down, right, and just keep running to the right. That's a long ways over. I like the ones that are like right next door. Does the rain cause these to pop? I don't think it will. I don't think the rain's enough to set those off. I want the food though. Yeah, never ever turn down food in Rain World. But do turn down getting nommed on by lizards. Not sure why I didn't just ripple space. Because I have plenty of ripple space ability and whatnot, and that does generally save me from most major problems. Yeah, I think my note, or I think my pathway was to just repeatedly run to the right. Until I hit the shelter. I think was the plan. Because yeah, that should get me where I need to go. Hopefully. Let's not drop on top of a lizard, please, game. Thank you. Oh, did I need to go like up at some point? I do know that my exit is, or that my exit warp I'm trying to go to is basically just as far to the right as humanly possible, or as Slugcatly possible. Okay, I should ripple space to get past that lizard. Because like my map like broke and it isn't fully tracked. I don't see any lizards. And it like isn't fully showing me where all the pathways are from just the like this version of the map that I get not in the shelter. The shelter version of the map is fine though, which is what keeps like tripping me up. But I'm just gonna keep running to the right until something happens. And something will inevitably happen because this is Rain World, and either I'm gonna make it where I want to go, or I'm gonna get eaten by the fact that I'm being chased by like 30 different like ripple slugs. Either or. Or I'll like hit the, or like find a shelter or the warp or the. Who really knows? Where am I? Okay, I apparently like bypassed like 90% of my initial plan and like made it straight to the like exit room. I'll take it. Just wasn't my initial plan because I was gonna like loop up and around through some other area. But taking a shortcut straight up to this exit point, I suppose works out just fine. we shall continue to make progress. At some rate. So we'll get there. I don't think Torrential Rail or not Torrential Rail, it was Pillar Grove, which is the area we're about to warp to, had. I don't think it had any solid lines coming out of it, other than the one to this area. So yeah, we're in Torrential Railways. We're about to warp to Pillar Grove. And then I should stable warp somewhere and hope it's either like Coral Caves or something. Because yeah, that's not... Torrid Desert has a lot of connections. Yeah, just hope it's somewhere that I can have a solid line warp from. Because I want the warps. But we're trying to close all the warps out. Because it's not that tricky. I just have to survive long enough to get to the warp points. I don't think the Rot Rattlers can travel through the warps with me. They can't grab me anymore either. So we should be fine. I think. Maybe. Spawning right on top of a lizard. Yep, thank you, Rain World. The warp stunned the lizard that I spawned like right on top of. Which has happened more than once. I think I'm gonna stable warp from this room because it's close. Just in case I die, I should be able to get my Chroma Flower back without too much difficulty. That's at least my theory. Where am I now? I have no idea where I am. Rusted Rex, okay. I think there was a shelter and food left side of this entrance. Maybe it was the right side. Don't actually remember. I do like this area, though, because that gives me a warp to Coral Cave. I think it was the right side, though. That gives me a warp to the Coral Caves area, which is where I do want to go. Or at least is an area that would be nice to make it to. Ideally alive. I'm just watching the rot lizard there spaz out. Because that, I think, is another one of the solid line warps that I need to close out. Was the one to the, like, Coral Caves. Food. Never turn down the food in Rain World. You, never know when you'll need it. And I don't have enough, but there's a shelter down here that I want to hit. Yeah, but I just don't have enough food to use the shelter yet. Because I'm at 2 out of the 4 food pips. Yeah, 2 out of 4 food pips. There's a bat fly up there. No, normally there were more than like one. There's normally more than 1 centipede in this area, I thought. But I only saw the single small centipede over here. Which makes me slightly concerned for my ability to get enough food to survive. Unless it was like hiding over there. No. Yeah, where am I misremembering? I remember there being a lot of food like just inside this area somewhere. I did not mean to fall all the way down there. Yeah, I really do not remember. But I'm not seeing any of the food I need to use that shelter. That's highly unfortunate. I don't know. I'll grab some spore shrooms. Maybe there's something somewhere. There's a bat fly up here, which I can presumably grab 1 bat fly there. Let's not get scavved. That puts me at 3 of the 4 food pips I need. And I'm pretty sure I have now used or eaten every single food source in the entire vicinity. That is slightly unfortunate. I'm gonna like go to the next area and then immediately find like all the food sources I could ever possibly want. Because that's always how it happens in Rain World. I noticed that there's a lizard over there. I need to like cross this gap alive. Hey, look, it's the food source I was wanting. Of course, it's like a little late now. But that is honestly pretty typical of Rain World. And then I get distracted and the lizard grabs me. All right, then. I'm not technically dead yet, though. Yeah, because I'm not technically dead yet. And there is a chance I survive. There is not a chance I survive. We just got centipeded. Yeah, we just got centipeded. Okay, try to get more food before I go into that area this time. I think is the plan. Was there any easy food source before the warp? Can't remember. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think there was an easy food source before that warp. Okay. So just pay more attention to where the food's hanging out in this area. I don't think there was a good food source in our little warp through Pillar Grove either. Temporarily forgetting the names of all the areas. There might be a karma flower here, though. which a karma flower being here is, or will solve at least one of my 2 remaining problems of I do not want to lose my karma level. Yeah, I really do not want to lose my karma level if I can at all help it. Before I do that warp, there's an egg bug. I don't have a spear to eat it, though. Yeah, I don't have a spear to spear the egg bug, though. It's the problem. There's multiple egg bugs. Yeah, multiple egg bugs is something I will take advantage of. Because that gives me... And that gives me a lot of food. Now I just need to survive long enough to get back to where I wanted to warp to, which was Rusted Grove, because that gives me or back to the room that I want to stable warp from. Because the stable warps are, I think, consistent on the room I warp from. I think. Okay. Let us see. Because now I can get... Now I can get attacked by squidcadas. The squidcadas in this area do not like me. Not one bit. And I don't know why, but they always like to knock me into the void. Into the bottomless voids in this area. Which, much as I like the voids, I'd rather not unintentionally wind up in the bottomless voids constantly. Okay, I think this area had a warp to Coral Caves, which I need to still make it over there. Because that area has, I think, at least 1 or 2 warps I need to go through still. Okay, we are in Rusted Wrecks. Okay, yeah, then I can go to Coral Caves and then Aether Ridge, probably. I can at least go to Coral Caves, then look into the Aether Ridge part. Okay, we are in this shelter. My warp to Coral Caves is... actually not that far away. Yeah, that's actually pretty close. Because that's like... yeah, that's a super short traversal. So sometimes the traversal in this game is a... I don't like that centipede. I like that centipede because that means I can maybe go play around with some sport shrooms. The insects in this game do not like mushrooms. They have a mushroom allergy. Highly effective. Yeah, highly effective anti-centipede measures. Is just throw a mushroom at their face. It was like just through here, I think, is where I wanted to go. I don't think I can get high enough up to grab that melon. Ah, yes. Frogs. I don't like the frogs. The frogs are basically the equivalent of jungle leeches, and I like jungle leeches even less. Okay, I'm like standing like right on top of the warp point. I just need to not be in ripple space. Progress is being made. Slowly. Actually, progress is being made quickly at this point. I just need to figure out where now. Oh, we're like way underwater now. I don't know if I like that. Because the Aether Ridge warp is like way far away. And this is gonna be moderately painful to swim through. Because I know it's possible, because I've done it before. I need to go, like, left. So I need to go up, left, left. Okay. Yeah, it's just a very flooded area, and I'm not always the biggest fan of the, like, super flooded zones. In Rain World. Ah, yes. There's now lizards. As if the rot and the fact that I'm drowning half the time didn't cause enough problems. I missed an air pocket somewhere. Oh, did I need to make it all the way over to that air pocket? Is that how far I actually had to make it? If that's the case, then I may want to try to come at Aether Ridge from a different warp. Not entirely sure. Trying to make sure my plan is somewhat put together. But I don't like traversing that lower part of... Yeah, I really do not like having to traverse that lower part of Coral Caves. Especially without a shelter down there. Okay, I think that killed the large centipede that actually is somewhat threatening to me. Oh, are you just gonna run away from me? Small centipede's just gonna run away from me. I ate one of the two. Okay. Because yeah, it's not that far over. Yeah, that is why I don't like the frogs. Because they just stole one of my food pips. And that is very rude of them. Yeah, very, very rude of the frogs. How dare they steal one of my food pips? Oh well, I got it back. I think my Karma Flower will spawn right inside this area just due to the fact that I didn't think I had hit stable ground anywhere. Yeah, it says it's like right around here somewhere. I was like, I don't think I've hit stable ground at any point. So it wouldn't have moved where it spawns from. Suppose there's probably a bubbleweed off to the right. Oh, I know what I did wrong there. After I go through the pipe, it's like directly up. Okay. Yeah, swimming in Rain World is a weird mechanic. It's like so tricky to actually like swim even like remotely efficiently. Just due to the fact that it's like wiggle. You can't just point in a direction if you want to, unless you want to be like way slower. I think I'm good to keep just swimming. I'm not sure if I ripple spaced or not. I'm not trying to warp. I am apparently being too slow and dying, though. Ah, that was closer. That was definitely closer. We'll get there, though. But then I lose my karma flower, or then I run the risk of losing my karma flower again, and that. Because that's definitely the way up I need to take. I need enough food because I'm going to hit a shelter at some point, and if I don't grab the food from like these centipedes, I have a sneaking suspicion I'm just not going to get any of the food. And that would make me slightly sad. Because, yeah, the centipedes are... I don't think I could just eat the large centipede also if it didn't sneak away. All right, then. For some reason, I thought that it was only, like, the carnivorous slugcats that could do that. Apparently, it's all of them. Apparently, I'm just misremembering things and going slightly crazy. Not that me going slightly crazy is new. Okay, because now I can get back over to the warp, and then it should have my karma flower just inside this room again. In theory, it should just be right inside this room again. It's just that there's that one like very inconveniently spawning replaced rot lizard that keeps spawning. Oh, I put that in a weird spot that time. But like I see where it put my karma flower. It's just a slightly strange spot for it to put it. No, bad leech. That leech is very persistent. Yeah, that one red leech is like the single most persistent creature in the entirety of Rain World. Okay, I want to make it up here. I think I want to go invisible before I keep going. Hey, Ada, welcome to stream. We are the Slugcat. Yeah, I think I want to go invisible before I try to sneak through here. Because then I can sneak up here. Oh, but then I don't have enough air to actually make it all the way to the surface. Oh, I might if I don't get caught on stuff. I do not like this entrance into coral caves. It is proving to be extremely tricky to actually make it out of this for me to actually make it out of this entrance alive. But I want to get through here so I can get to the Aether Ridge warp that's up higher. It's like the endless puzzle game right now. Because I think I only have like 5-ish warps left. Okay. Yeah, it is at least, there is at least a very good food source right here. I only have like 5-ish warps left to close. So this is the game of how do I get all of them? There are the frogs over there somewhere. And I still am not a fan of the frogs. Even if Ripple Space is pretty easy to get rid of them with. Yeah, I did install the no karma loss on crash mod, and then haven't had a single crash since. Yeah, where did it spawn my karma flower this time? Or did I not even get a karma flower spawn? Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, I like need to make it up there. Is there like more bubble weed off to the right that I might be able to take advantage of once I make it all the way up there? Can I just like keep running out of air more so than anything? And it's not even that it's like that difficult. I suppose I could also take the jetfish. That might solve a problem or two of some variety. Oh, are we dealing with anglerfish now? Apparently we're dealing with anglerfish now. What I was hoping for is that there'd be another bubble weed up here. But I suppose this may also work as a valid exit from the underground water area. So somewhere that the screen scroll mod has no clue what's happening in this room. I think that might be a faster way through. I'm gonna go invis. I'm gonna go ripple space for the swim. Because this almost seems like a better path. If I don't get caught on that. Then I can leave ripple space before I get nommed on. Before my brain gets nommed on. Please give me a karma flower game. No. No karma flowers for me. Unfortunate. That makes me very sad. Because I like the karma flowers. They're so nice for my long-term not losing ripple space ability. I should go through here first. What is it triggering the danger meter on? I'm not sure. Hopefully nothing too dangerous. Or that it was like something in the other room. Or is that... I don't know if it's gonna give chase. The rot is not always the most intelligent. Or the rot infested creatures are not always the most intelligent. Yeah, so I think I'm making it through. Because now I can climb up here. Somehow. There we go. Is there a shelter like anywhere? Please, game. I'm going so far without hitting a like a single shelter. Was there one? I'm like in like the least shelter-filled part of the entire game right now, apparently. It seems to be the name of the story right now. Okay, I can get a karma flower at least. It's better than nothing. Because then I can loop down and then to the left. Apparently we're just like clearing the entire area before I find a shelter. The rot really isn't terrible. Which I think is mostly helped by the fact that I don't get grabbed by any of the rot creatures. Oh yeah, I know I can purify the rot from the rooms, and then I also have the pretty useful ability of not getting constantly grabbed by rot creatures. Those worms are chasing me. They want to eat me. I do not want to be eaten by the worms. I'm going to assume that's probably not a lizard. Yeah, okay, that's not a lizard. Doesn't stop those creatures from... That is a lizard. It's going to pop right out of the wall on top of me. Oh, did it already get closed? Did I run all this way for nothing? I ran all this way for nothing. It was not showing as closed on my map. Yeah, it was not showing as closed on my map there. But apparently it is. Okay. Where am I getting dumped into this time? And where is the closest shelter? The game keeps sending me to places like Desolate Tract. They're not particularly useful, I don't think. Actually, Desolate Tract might have had a few. Or might have some connections still. But I need a shelter to find out. Did VTube Studio just crash again? It did. I don't know why it's like only VTube Studio at this point that's crashing on me. Hold on, let me relaunch it. I just keep VTube Studio's relaunch button just sitting there in the open for when it inevitably decides to stop working on me. Yeah, those rot trees in the background are fairly new. Reconnect all the stuff. There we go. There we go. Yeah, they also fixed the fact that you can't see the warps on the shelter map. Because I noticed that I could see the warps on the shelter map again, or now. Which I do greatly appreciate. It is so nice. Yeah, that was pretty annoying, but they did fix that. Because it's showing up on the map now. Okay, doesn't mean I can actually find a shelter to show it. Because apparently there's just no shelters anywhere in Rain World anymore. My goodness. I've been through so much of the map in multiple areas without running into a single shelter. Yeah, all the way on the right. That's kind of what I figured, is if I just if I pick a direction and just run, eventually I usually find a shelter. Okay, let's not... Oh, I broke the... They did not fix the ability to break the shader. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, we still have the wah. Because it's like, yeah, that is a... I just want the shelter so I can save the fact that I've been, like, all over the place. But the game apparently does not want me to have a shelter at, like, any point. Yeah, the new Ripple Space... I'm calling them jellyfish. The Ripple Space jellyfish are pretty fun. Because, yeah. I don't know exactly when they released the update, but it was sometime in the last, like, week or two. When my computer was actively breaking every 30 seconds. You've heard you can... I don't think I've tried to eat the jellyfish yet. That could be cool, if that is true. Yeah, I just don't think I've tried to actually eat one of the jellyfish quite yet. Yeah, I just want this so I can check the map. Like, I literally just want to check the world map. I don't think there was anything for me to do in Desolate Tract. I don't think there was anything for me to do in Desolate Tract. Yeah, the Watcher is an invasive species. I think all of the... I'm assuming that the dashed line warps are the ones that I can't actually close, so I've been kind of ignoring those. Or those ones. But there are a bunch of... Or there were a couple of solid-colored ones still hanging out on the world map. Because I really need to get, like... It's like, that's a dashed line. A lot of these are dashed lines. I really need to get to... I see a solid line from Badlands to Torrid Desert. That's not very many areas left. Or that's not very many solid lines left. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured, because, like, I noticed that all the dash... That there's, like, a bunch of dash ones heading into Outer Rim, and I know I can't close those, and it's, like, the one between, like, Shattered Terrace and Ancient Urban and whatnot. I only see the one between Torrid Desert and Badlands. Yeah, I've noticed that it generally takes me to an area with unclosed portals, but it also took me to Desolate Tract, which doesn't seem to have any unclosed portals, at least that I can see on the map. Because, yeah, Desolate Tract doesn't seem to have any unclosed portals. So I'm not sure why it brought me here. But yeah, I only see the one connector now. And I'm 95% sure that my goal is to just close all of the warps. That'll cause something to happen. Okay, because I can definitely stable warp pretty easily. Because I don't even need the carbon flower anymore. I mean, it did still spit me out in a spot that has a... I don't want to grab that. I keep trying to grab the centipede and it keeps grabbing the worm. Okay, I do not remember where the Badlands warp for this area was. Yeah. Yeah, random warp can also lead you to rot regions, which is why it's not consistent. That, I suppose, makes sense. Hey, look, an egg bug. Was Badlands warp the one all the way off? That's not actually that far. Okay, I want to eat the centipede. Centipede was just having a slight spaz fest. just a touch. I don't like that big centipede. Because I want to... I like saving, or I like using as many shelters as I can find. Because then I'm at least consistently in locations, instead of having to like bounce through like 3 different areas to get back to where I need to go. But yeah, I suspect we're actually getting close-ish to being able to finish whatever our objective is. Apparently we got the hunter. Because yeah, I do only see the one solid line over to Badlands. Which is... Given that there were like 15 at the start of the stream, that's pretty good. I'm not too upset with that. The 141 cycles is a lot. Oh shoot, I missed my spear throw on the egg bug. That is a rather large centipede. Okay, I can just ripple space past them though. And then make it somewhere. Where am I going? Oh, I need to go up. Not left. Yeah, the ripple space jellyfish do run away from you. I do know that much. What is that a centipede that I'm about to spawn on top of? No, it was just a weird bit of light. I'll take a weird bit of light. Over a centipede, at least. Because, yeah. At some point, I may eventually learn how to navigate Rain World. But I think that is actually the, like, last of the warps. Is there a food source close by? I mean, I suppose that answers my question. In the, yes, there's definitely a food source close by. I want to make sure I can use a shelter once I get into Badlands. And I'm not having to hunt for food and shelter. Because I remember that Torrid Desert, I think that's where we are, or this area has a lot of food just sitting around. In easy to get to locations. Okay. The heck did it spit me out this time? Is there a shelter? Where's the shelter? Down, generally, I think. I think the shelter's generally going to be down, and then the close one is kind of the one off to the left. I should go in Ripple Space because of the locusts. That is slightly... The locusts are slightly troublesome. Yeah, the shelter's not actually that far away. Okay, because I can go through here, loop down into the left, and then I should be there. Can I eat the worms? Or the jellyfish? I can eat the jellyfish. So I do think they do probably actually give you something. Probably extra ripple time, just looking at where my ripple timer was. Okay, so as far as I know, that's probably everything. Yeah, probably everything. Though I'm also not 100% sure. That I'm not, like, missing something that's not showing up on the map for whatever reason. Because that looks like all of the solid lines, because that's a dashed line. That one keeps looking solid just because they're right next to each other. Ancient Urban and Shelter Terrace. And then the only other ones I see are the ones leading to Outer Rim. I at least don't see any other solid colored warps. So not sure what the new goal is. Yeah, not entirely sure what the goal is now. Because, hmm. I suppose I could. Okay, oh, there is another warp, but that one's not showing as solid on the map. Or that one's not showing up on the normal map. Was that the Daemon warp? Is that what that is? Wherever that was. Somewhere like way off to the right. That might have been the Daemon warp. Yeah, I still am not a fan. Can't say I'm a fan of the stuff that comes out of the sand to grab me. Okay, keep moving. Do not get my brain munched on by the Void amoeba or the Ripple amoeba. I think I do want to just go right. Yeah, I do think I just want to go right here. Because it might just be... Yeah, because I don't see any other solid... I didn't see any other solid colors on the map. There are a lot of the Void amoeba chasing me. Let me unripple when I can. Hopefully not on top of a lizard. Yeah, hopefully not unripple on top of a lizard. Yeah, so it is closed. What is the objective then? Hey, welcome to stream. Sakbi? I'm not sure how to read your username. We are playing Rain World, and I just got clicked out of the game. Hopefully that doesn't happen at a critical point. Are these things like edible at all? No? No. I still can't figure out where it wants me to go now. But I have... Yeah, this warp is closed. all the warps seem to be closed. Huh. Yeah, biblically accurate Slugcat. That's a surprisingly accurate descriptor. Yeah, all the warps seem to be closed. At least that I can find. It keeps sending me a desolate tract whenever I warp. Why is it doing that? And or like, am I like missing a trigger for something? There's not much point in me just hanging around here. Because as far as I could tell, everywhere out of that area has been closed off. I mean, I will take a free egg bug. Yeah, it keeps sending me to Desolate Tract. So I'm guessing I'm missing a warp out of Desolate Tract that I just never found. Somewhere. That's at least my new working theory. Hey, look, lizards. Welcome to Rain World. We have every form of lizard imaginable. Yeah, I'm guessing I'm missing a warp out of Desolate Tract that I need to like that I need to close off still. Just not sure where, because I don't think I ever like fully explored Desolate Tract. Hey, look, it's a shelter though. I will still always take a shelter. Because that'll at least let me see something on the map, in theory. How good of a theory remains to be seen. Okay. Because, yeah, I am pretty sure I've closed off every solid line on the map at this point. Apparently we're getting progress towards the hunter. Because, yeah, like, everything seems to be dashed lines. Everything seems to be golden, aka closed off, or dashed lines, also known as can't close it off. I'm actually kind of confused right now. Because I figured my objective was to just close them all off. But apparently there's something else I need to... Either I'm missing something, or there's something else I need to do. And I'm not sure what that would be. And not entirely sure what that would be. Is this a bottomless death void? No, it is not. It certainly feels like one. That might be a bottomless death void. Really? Still isn't. I really expected that I would fall into the bottomless void there. I know I'm not missing a whole region because I've got every region on the map because we got the rot ending. And I'm pretty sure that required me to infect the entire world. It does keep sending me to Desolate Tract, though, so I'm kind of working off the theory that whatever I'm missing is probably in Desolate Tract. I just don't know where. So, it's at least my current working theory. Somewhere, somehow, I missed something in Desolate Tract. Unless, like, I missed, like, warps to, like, some non-rottable region? I don't know. But I'm just noting that I can't seem to actually, like, trigger anything. I just don't see anything on the map. Okay, I don't think I need to be invisible ripple space right now, so I can grab up here. Yeah, my working theory is something in Desolate Tract, so I'm just going to run around Desolate Tract. It does feel a little bit weird to me that Desolate Tract would keep showing up on the warp list if I wasn't missing something. I'm just going to keep running. I'm just picking left as the direction to go right now. Okay, I can sneak through here. But we'll find whatever it is. It just might take a second. Because yeah, Desolate Tract is not an area that I really did a ton of exploration, and I think I literally just rotted it and then left. Okay, that was a hole in the floor. I did not intend to fall there. Huh. Because it's like I also have like the Ripple Worm warp ability. But that also doesn't help me if I don't know where to warp to. Because like definitely missing something. And it's probably... I don't know what my tail just did there. Okay, apparently there's a warp over here that was just not marked on the map. If I could actually make it over there. Game, please. Yeah, apparently there's just like a warp that was just not showing on the map. I wonder how many more of those there are. Where I'm just missing something, but I can't see that I'm missing something. Where am I? Yeah, it's not exactly optimal. But then again, I think my save is marginally broken right now. Just due to the update. Can I please ripple space? Thank you, game. I think my game save or my map is slightly broken due to the fact that there was a Rain World update that came out. And that could be related. Yeah, that could at least be a related problem. Because, yeah, it's not helpful for checking stuff on the map if unclosed warps are just not visible on the map sometimes. Can't fix that, though. Yep. I could just keep warping around and closing warps until I presumably trigger something. Because, yeah, it's just like, that was not on the map. I did not know that these two areas connected. I'm assuming I'm probably missing other warps that are just not on the map. So I'm just going to keep using the warp ability to give me areas to check. Let's not get nommed on by the Void Amoeba. Okay. I think that lizard was too far away to get picked up in my warp. Okay, we got dropped somewhere. fractured gateways. I thought I got all the warps out of fractured gateways also. Maybe not? Maybe there's another warp that's like I'm just missing? I suppose it is possible. That does not look ascendable. Yeah, that does not look particularly climbable. Let's not die to the void worm. Oh my gosh. I can't see a thing happening on screen. There's like, I could not see a single thing that was happening right there for a second. Yep. Yeah, I gotta use the spears, but there's also a slight locust infestation. Yeah, there's a slight infestation. And I don't go invisible, I go into ripple space, which means I can't hold onto a spear. Which causes slight difficulties. Is that far enough up for me to be able to ripple? Yes, I can. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to keep following the fact that I think the threads probably are leading me in the direction I need to go still. That's at least my general assumption. I should not have unripple space right there. Because we are in the open with a whole lot of locusts around. Yeah, I'm just working out the assumption that I think the Weaver's probably not actively hostile to me. And wants me to accomplish some mission. I didn't even see where I went there for a second. Oh, that's a spider. I don't like that. I don't think... Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure where I'm trying to get to. I do not want to be in ripple space with the brain-eating worms. Yeah, where even am I going? I like finding like so many like new things still. Because it's like all the like little random like side warps I just keep that I like apparently just never needed to find, I suppose. Because like there's definitely still warps left, what I'm seeing. Left does not seem to take me anywhere useful. Let's not get fried by the steam. Okay, I'm guessing I need to ripple space, then go left. It's my theory. I'm working off of like next to zero actual information at this point, just because I mean, I know that following the threads is good. Yeah, I know that following the threads has been good in the past, so I'm following the threads. I'm assuming that the Weaver's not actively trying to cause problems. Let me sneak up here. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to unripple space there. Slugcat saves the world. Potentially saves the world. Potentially causes the apocalypse I'm currently trying to save the world from. Huh. Because yeah, I do think that there is a warp over here somewhere that I'm missing. Yeah, we are attempting to potentially save the world from ourselves. I think is the order of operations that's happening. Is there a shelter around here somewhere? Maybe a shelter somewhere, please, game. Not going to prevent the discovery of void fluid to save the ancient race. I mean, if they want to take a bath in void fluid, as far as I'm concerned, that is their own prerogative. They're the ones who decided to take baths in void fluid. Take some slightly interesting baths. But yeah, potentially save the world from the fact that, I mean, we've gotten two of the four Watcher endings. Just told there's 4, we've gotten 2. Hey, look, a shelter. I don't have enough food to use the shelter. That's not ideal. I thought I had more food than that. Okay, yeah, apparently there's just another warp over here, though. First we rain, then we whirled. I mean, I suppose we do just have the warp that was missing, or that I hadn't marked off the map yet. Yeah, we're basically hunting down unmarked warps at this point. I mean, there is food here. Yeah, there is plenty of food here, at least. Am I just finding all the areas that, like, I just had never been in before? Okay, let me sneak up here and then hope there's a shelter. Station Annex. I don't think I've ever been here. Apparently we're still missing... Apparently we are missing at least one entire region. Please give me a shelter. I'm probably running away from the shelter, knowing my luck. Just knowing my luck and knowing how things tend to go. I'm running away from the shelter, and then I'm going to... I'm going to actually go explicitly check the downwards direction. For a bit of shelter that I missed. Because I feel like I'm missing the shelter in this area. No? Really? Really? Unless these aren't connected to each other? And then there's something down here? It's not a shelter. I just see lots of rot, and I know that I have a tendency to accidentally get nommed on by rot. In this game. Yeah, tendency to get nommed on by rot is... Okay, well, maybe the shelter was up. Because normally we're not that far from a shelter when we warp, in my experience. I mean, I suppose that does count as a shelter. And a already closed warp portal. How many more warp portals are there? I'm not sure if I'm going to get a solid line out of this area into another area, or if I'm just missing... I'm just missing more just random warps that aren't showing up on the world map. No, that's still part of just cold storage. Yeah, we still just, like, don't have any solid lines on the map. Okay, we are apparently missing an entire area out of cold storage. Though the warp there's already been closed. That's, not exactly the most convenient ever. Can I reopen the warp temporarily to just get to wherever this was going previously? Apparently we have found something. We did something. I don't know what we did. This was not what I was expecting to happen. Does this mean I closed all the warps finally? I think this means I might have actually finally closed all the warps. And then found, Hi, friend. We're just gonna watch them. That's all we ever seem to do. I mean, we are the watcher. Yeah, I mean, we are the watcher, so I suppose that makes sense that we watch things. Yeah, there you are, you little floating rug. That is a... I like that name. I'm gonna start calling them just the floating rug now. And then I think after this we just need to make it back to Damon. I think after this point we just got to make it back to Damon, and then we are good-ish to get the last ending also, because we've now, I think, checked off all the pillars. I'm still not sure what the Weaver is, or the floating rug is. But they didn't seem to be very happy when I spread the rod everywhere. Yeah, they didn't seem to appreciate me spreading rot to every corner of the world. But now we've cleaned up our mess. In theory, at least. I like how the Watcher's just, like, standing there staring at things. You know, I noticed something. I didn't actually think I've seen a single one of the Damon warps on my map today. Did they, like, get rid of the warps from the map or something in the update? Or did they just break rendering again? Or did I just break rendering things again? Because that's, I think, my next objective is to head back there. Hey, look, Rain World the Watcher. This is the third time I've seen the credits. An understanding. We're not done yet, though. Because that is 3 endings, I think. And I think the 4th one is probably I need to go back to the room, or the somewhat creepy room with the pillars and Damon. I just need to figure out how to get back there. Yep, just accelerate the credits, because seen them before. I've at least played all the other Slugcats. Oh, come on. I forget how long the Brain World credits are, even when they're accelerated to 1 billion times speed. Let me get through the credits so I can keep playing. Come on. I'm not sure I'm a particularly big fan of the fact that there were just like 2 random warps that were not, like 2 or 3 random warps that were just not showing up on my map and causing me confusion. Yep. You are watching the credits. I mean, we are the watcher. So I suppose that makes sense that we would watch the credits. Yeah, we're not done yet. I still need to figure out how to get back into what I'm presuming is I need to get back into Damon. Unless we just get dropped there. If the game just drops me to Damon, I'm not gonna complain. Because that's where I wanted to go. I mean, this is where I wanted to go. Yeah, next DLC will be the Smeller. Because, yeah, we have, I think, met all the requirements for the last ending as well. Just owing to the fact that I've completed all the other endings at this point. How do I get through this area? I just, like, it's like super low gravity. I suppose I probably could have, given I think all the rooms in the Damon loop, jumped off the bottom instead of climbing up manually. Please let me grab onto this so that I can jump up here. Yeah, there's just lots of DLCs. Oh, do I need to go on the inside? I think I need to go up here. Instead of climbing up the outside. Though I could definitely make it. Can I... What am I stuck on? I need to, like, make it up... Yeah, I'm, like, stuck on something. There we go. That only took 6.5 billion eternities. Does it want me to fall off the top? Oh, it's actually like making me use the looping mechanic. That is mildly freaky. Granted, this whole area, I think, qualifies. Okay, now we're back into the central pillar room. I don't think I'd ever actually been in that specific part of Damon before. Oop. Can't die in Damon, though. Thank goodness. Was it the top or the bottom one? I think it was this one I need to go through. Nope. Need to actually exit into this room. Oh, yeah, we don't have the, like, crazy jump anymore. Yeah, we don't really have the crazy jump I had last time. Okay, maybe we have a little bit of it. Yeah, not as much of a crazy jump. Because in theory, we have completed all of this. Okay, apparently we're getting laughed at again. Yeah, because all 3 of these are lit up. Okay, we're getting stunned? Yeah, something's stunning us. Yeah, why are they watching you? That's my thing? Yeah, I'm the watcher. They're not the watcher. Okay, apparently there's a warp here now. Where am I? I have no clue. But apparently I'm like, have static sparks on me now. This area is familiar. I don't remember which area this is, though. Not sure what's with the static sparks jumping off me either. It seems very empty. I'm not seeing any. You think it's hydroponics? I mean, there's a... We don't... I like how we don't even have, like, a single karma. Because we're technically just a ripple creature at this point. No, we're back into industrial. What? I mean, I'm like 95% sure I can't even make it through a 1 karma gate at this point. Uh-oh. Are we getting stunned and warped somewhere else? Apparently we are. Yeah, I like how we like don't even have like 1 karma. I did not trigger that warp. that was not my warp. Are these pole plants? They are not. There are about 8 billion lizards, though. Which is... That sounds about right for Rain World. Just warp me into lizards. I'm going a different way. Yeah, I am not going to mess with our friend the red lizard. Thank you very much. That does not sound good for my long-term survival rate. Yeah, we're like back into the base game regions. Which is interesting. I thought these had all been like uber rotted by this point. That's not a pole plant, right? Okay, nope. I'm assuming the goal is to like just survive until I get hit by another random warp, which is apparently happening right now. Yeah, apparently we're just getting hit by another random warp. Okay. Because, like, even at the start of the campaign, a lot of these regions had a pretty solid amount of rot. Okay, we're back into Ancient Urban. We're back into the toy room. Yeah, we're back into the toy room. Or the spinning... We're back into spinning top room. Is there even an... Is the exit even open this time? I literally don't think I can get out of here. Knock the ball out. There we go. Nope, we're getting warped again. Aw. Yeah, we're just getting warped around like crazy. Where are we going this time? We're back into... Are we back in Throne? Is that where we wound up this time? We brought the toys with us. I am very confused. Okay, I think I need... I'd like to go through this tunnel. Yeah, all this warping is definitely not healthy. Yeah, we're like somewhere in like what looks to be. No, this isn't the throne. I would recognize this if this was the throne because of how many times I've been through there. Somewhere else. I'm worried about like going over the void off to the side. Because I don't know when I'm gonna get randomly stunned for the next warp. Because I don't know if it's a time trigger or like. Yeah, I don't know if the warping is a time trigger or like a location trigger. Or some combination of both. Could be some combination of both. But yeah, we're probably gonna get like warp sickness. Or we'll just like explode. That's also a possibility. Oh, we found hi there. Ah, my friend. It has been so long. I was afraid you wouldn't come. Please, sit and rest. Yeah, the prince is a little creepy. Here we are, at the end of it all. Yeah, it's a little bit bad for your health. What a lovely view of just rot everywhere, apparently. Oh, before you go, a gift. What are we getting as a gift? Are we getting... What is this? Is that the mark of communication? The prince is slightly creepy. Perhaps I am not so different after all. Yeah, the prince is slightly disturbing. I mean, that one was a location-based warp, at least. I still can't tell if they're location or time-based. I think it might be a mixture. Yeah, I think that was the mark of communication that we just got from the prince. Now we're back here. Into Rugman's, into the floating rugs terrain. Or domain. We shall figure this out. We're like getting warped to like all the different locations we've seen throughout the game that were like notable. Is what it seems like, because we like Industrial's where the game started. I think Outskirts was one of the areas that we had stuff. Oh, we didn't even get to see him. We got sent to Spinning Top's room, we got sent to the Prince's room, we got sent to the Weaver's room. What now are we gonna get? Where are we going now? We are drowning. we're getting warped to to drown, apparently. Is this... What's the name of the area off to the far left? Outer Expanse, I want to say? It's not Outskirts. I think it's Outer Expanse. Where some of the other runs... Yeah, like, I think it's Outer Expanse, but it's also been long enough since I've been in Outer Expanse, and I'm not 100% sure I'm not mixing that up with a different game. Because we've been here before with... I think I brought Gourmand here, and I think I brought the Survivor here once with some slug pups. It's a very pretty looking area. I'll give it that much. Okay, the vines are climbable. Yeah, I'm bad at air. I'm bad enough at like normal, like, people names, let alone area names in games. I mentally remember this area as the area with the tree off to the far left. So that's like my mental trigger for this area. Is just tree area to far left. Which I suppose is more detailed than, like, bottom area. Which would be subterranean into void air, fluid area, which would be depths. Huh. Doesn't seem to really be anywhere else I can go, so I'm getting, I guess I just need to wait for some sort of timer to trigger, maybe? I'm gonna guess probably, I'm trying to go up. Does not work inside. It does not seem to want to work inside. Unless I can, like, jump on some of these. Oh, there's vines. I promise you I did not see the vines. Which is why I was getting very confused. They looked like... I'm not sure what they looked like. But I did not see them and then process that, hey, I can climb these. So it is probably a location-based warp. I have at least sort of learned how to wall jump in the game at this point. Oh, that's new. Apparently that's what it wanted me to see before I got warped. Yeah, because we're not really in control of our warps at this point. Yeah, we're not really in control of getting warped around anymore. It seems to just be we're just along for the ride. Well, that's a little bit trippy. Are we in outer space? Or is that like what the inside of the warp looks like to the Watcher? Maybe that's why the Watcher gets warp sick. I just make sure I'm, like, clicked into the game. Yeah, maybe that's why the Watcher gets warp sick. Because... What? Is that the world map? That's Damon. I recognize the pillar. But then I see, like, what looks like the threads connecting the different bubbles of space. That's why I kind of think it might look... It kind of looks like the warp map. And all the connections getting severed by floating rug man. Or by floating rugworm. The rug. And everything goes into... I have no idea what's happening. I like how, like, I spent like 90% of the time playing Rain World just completely baffled as to what's going on. Apparently we're in the depths now. Yeah, we're at the bottom of the drop into the depths. Does Watcher finally get to go take a swim in the void fluid? Follow a spinning top here. Yeah, follow some spinning tops examples. This area is always it's like fractured more than it normally is. It's like there's like those fractured lines that kind of make it. It kind of looks like a pane of like shattered glass a little bit. Like those lines do look like a bit of a pane of shattered glass. Like we're kind of watching what's happening, looking in from outside of the window. outside a window. I see a lot of Slugcat faces. Yeah, this area is always like so trippy to just even be in. I can't tell if those are other Slugcats or if those are like us repeatedly. I mean, they also appear to be watching us. I mean, I suppose stuff getting watched in the Watcher campaign would make sense. Yeah, it really does look like panes of like a fractured panes of glass. That like stuff's being looked in and watched, like it's watching through some shattered glass. Or maybe we're watching ourselves? I have no clue. Everything is confusing and nothing makes sense. And that's just the rain world. Okay. Because like I see some of the ripple space worms, I see the panes of broken glass that also kind of look a little bit like they're like the Weaver rug, the floating rug Weaver golden color. Then we have the ripple worms, and then just so many faces. So many faces. This is interesting. Oh gosh. We're getting there, though. We are definitely... I'm not sure where there is, but we're getting there. Wherever there winds up being. Given we're in the depths, it's probably going to be the void fluid. That seems to be the running theme of every time I wind up in the depths, we take a bath. In some... Well, it looks vaguely like cheese. Looks like vaguely like nacho cheese. You could do this little Slugcat. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. It's also very hard for me to tell what I'm doing, because it's like so just weird looking. Though it is the Weaver, the void fluid is the Weaver golden color, which I suppose is also like the Echo golden color. Does that kind of make sense? Maybe? I think I found the void fluid though. Yeah, I think Watcher finally gets to take a swim in the void fluid bath. And then go... It's a lot busier down here than it normally is with all the ripple space amoeba. Yeah, lots and lots of ripple space amoeba. That is very, very bright. Yeah, that is a very bright. The void fluid is not is the void fluid always this bright? I feel like the last like several campaigns I did. Yeah, I feel like the last several campaigns I did, we didn't really go into the void fluid for the ending. So I think I had forgotten just how bright it gets. You know this ending. I think this is the fourth out of the 4 Watcher endings. Which... Because I was told there's 4 endings for the Watcher, and we got 1, 2, 3 already. So I'm going to guess this is the 4th one. Yep, and we're swimming down into the depths of the void sea. I still have no idea what those lights in the background are supposed to be. Though maybe they are sort of... Are those like... They do vaguely resemble the realms that we were warping around. Not like Brain World's ever going to give me a clear explanation regardless, though, so... Ah, well. Yeah, not like we're gonna get a clear explanation regardless. Okay. Yeah. Yep, gonna keep swimming down until something happens. Normally we see one of the like giant worm creatures down here. Whatever they are, but I'm not seeing any indications that there's one of those down here right now. Oh, we are apparently disassociating with ourselves and growing extra arms. Yeah, we're just casually growing some extra arms. That's totally not concerning that we're growing extra arms and getting stretched out. And more stretched out. Yeah, we now have 6 arms instead of 2. Hey, that means I can hold 6 spears. Hold on to 6... No, 1 rock and 5 spears. Flip the poor lizard over, and then just obliterate them. Okay, what is happening to us? Are we turning into one of those worm things? It almost feels like we're turning into one of the worm things. I'm also not sure if I need to still be holding down on my controller or not. Or if we're into cutscene mode at this point. We seem to be turning into a worm thing. Yeah, it seems like we're just swimming automatically now. So I don't think I need to keep holding the controller. The music is very nice. It's like calm and relaxing. As opposed to chaos. Okay, maybe I do need to still be holding down. Rain World the Watcher. We turned into something. I'm not sure what we turned into. I also just see an achievement pop-up called The Choice. This credits is not acceleratable, so I'm guessing there's stuff happening in the background still. Okay, we have turned into a void worm creature. Okay, now it's acceleratable. So the Watcher wakes up in a super rotted world, bounces around dimensions a whole bunch, chasing an echo, turns the entire world into rot, fixes it, and then turns into a worm. I think I'm understanding that correctly. Yeah, I think I'm understanding whatever just happened. Or at least, I think that's a summary. Still a little bit confusing, though. If I'm being completely honest. Yeah, I have no idea what just happened there. I mean, I know what happened. I don't know. I know what happened, but I don't know what happened. Food. Okay. Oh, it's the final credits screen. What's our stats gonna be? I'm guessing we had probably 350-ish deaths in total. It was a fun campaign. It was definitely a fun campaign. It was tough at times. I'm gonna guess like 350 on the death counter. Only 215. Those quits were not intentional. Those were all crashes. Yeah, every single one of those quits was a crash. I like how we just lost like every single one of our points. The timer. Apparently I went on the campaign against pole plants and egg bugs. We killed a few interesting random creatures there. But yeah, I think that was a fun campaign. It was a little bit hard to keep track of stuff at times. It was a little bit confusing at the start, but was overall fun. A little bit difficult at times, but yeah. Yeah, I think I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed that campaign. I'm gonna take a screenshot of the ending screen. Fewer deaths than I thought I had. But yeah, that was fun. Also, I think I managed to turn off the glasses somehow. Oh, F12 resets my model. My model success rates. That was fun. That was an interesting campaign. Definitely a lot longer than most of the other ones. That one's just long because I did all the pearls on that run. Poor Hunter. Gourmand was like my second ever run. I like these screens. Because we have two different... Yeah, we have... Yeah. That was fun. Yeah, I like all the like little different artworks we've collected now. Yeah. That was a fun campaign. At some point I do want to go through and actually collect all the pearls in this campaign also, but that is gonna be painful. But yeah. I think I'm gonna call the stream there for today. I feel like beating the Watcher campaign's a good ending point. Even if it is a little bit ahead of normal time. A normal stream time. That just feels like the right spot to end it. Yeah, thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you enjoyed. If I don't say like, comment, subscribe at some point during the stream, the YouTube algorithm will send me to the Shadow Realm for a week. Or for all eternity. So, gotta say that. And yeah, there will be Silk Song and Ori and the Blind Forest are on the schedule for later this week. More Rain World at some point in the future. Probably going to add Ender Lilies into the mix at some point. And then go from there. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.